grandkids. Shit.
And I'm like, chill.
He's the only brother out of all his siblings, and he's like not the oldest, but the oldest one. The oldest brother alive, and everyone else has grandkids, and he's like, I kind of feel left out with my grandkids.
You're the middle kid. He needs to leave you alone.
I need to get a break, but like I'm the only one in a bloody relationship.
Yeah, because
And
men
like
are
it'd be
trifling.
great if my sister would like hurry up and just find someone. 1 year like romance, and then she gets pregnant and married in 1 year.
Immediately.
Amazing.
It tends to happen nowadays. A lot of
Yeah.
people be getting relationships.
people
6
know
months
what they
later,
want.
boom.
That's so true, especially when you like past 30. You're like
I think it's when men pass 30.
but also when women like when you pass 30, they're kind of like
Our options
I
are
know
like,
what I want. My clock is kind of ticking, but I just want to choose myself. And they find the guy.
I need to write the question I was going to ask. That just reminded me.
I feel like every time my mom always asks me, "Oh, Demi, any guy in your life?" I always have to explain how bad.
No, I just tell my mom while I'm dating them, and then all the fucked up shit they're doing at the same time. So she knows everything, and I'm like, now you see why?
Oh,
was
so
like-
are you like really close to your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love
No,
that.
she's obsessed with me. Like she tries to live her life through me.
Oh my God, I
like
love-
she's
that's like my
obsessed.
It's
I'm like, chill.
And like when they're not in the loop, they kind of feel like left out.
Yeah. She cried when I didn't tell her I got my belly button pierced. Like she actually shed tears.
Oh my God.
I was like, you psycho.
But it's so funny because then they're so strict up until a certain age they don't even want you to date.
Exactly.
And then the minute you kind of hit like
That's
20,
it.
Yeah.
22, 23, you've graduated.
Automatically.
they're
Now, like even like
okay.
my grandma's like, you're being too picky, and I'm like, no.
You know what?
I'm trying not to suffer.
You know what I'm upset about? Like my mom never really sat down with me. Okay, here's how to date. Here's the guys you should
'Cause
date.
they
Here's
didn't
dating
date.
etiquette.
They got with the first guy
They
probably
didn't date.
met.
Like dating to them, like relationships for them was dating. It was like, oh, you start seeing this guy, and that was automatically your boyfriend. That was it.
Yeah.
Even just
Stuck
to
with him.
maneuver with men, like, because men don't change it. Oh, sorry. They've been the same, like, since. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So, like, this is even to, like... Okay,
Men have been
this.
No.
No, men.
My granddad is not like the men today.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
like he's not.
Yeah, but
Back in the day, they had their
Yeah.
priorities straight. They
my
had
your
it.
granddad is just that one out of the...
No, I think
No.
I think there's bad eggs in every crate.
Right.
Yeah.
But they had their priorities set a lot, like back
People
in the
getting
days.
jobs from early,
Straight
like,
away.
houses. They just wanted to be like the provider.
The aim of the game was for them to be the provider. Exactly. It was
Yeah.
like, you're going to school. Even if you didn't go to school, you're learning this trade to make money to take care of your family.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. Now all you hear
But-
from these guys now, gone.
Chivalry as well. Like
Chivalry's dead.
Yeah, literally.
It's rare to find it. Like I feel like I have it with my partner in a way, but I feel like I also had to teach
her.
him that, and like you have to teach a guy how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
But do you not think like men back like
So charming back
They-
then.
yeah,
On
they
the
were-
movies
that
and
was
all.
it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they just
They knew
But
how
not
to
every guy was
woo
like
back
that
then.
as well, girl.
Yeah, no, we're not saying all of them, but like that was the way they were raised. They were raised to woo women, to treat them delicately, to be kind.
And-
Go on.
and they sorry girl and they had to actually like they actually had to force like not force no, let me take that retract that word but like they actually had to make a move, whereas nowadays people can just like your Instagram and be like what's going on. Do you know what I
Too
mean?
many options.
Yeah, it's
Too
too
many
easy for men now. Like they don't actually have to work for anything because they know that there's gonna be something around the corner.
Yeah.
I think
Jamie?
that too. And can we also add in cost of living crisis as well? I feel like nowadays it's harder for men to like get to that financial English. It's harder for men to get to that financial position to support a whole family, and
I agree.
I feel like every man would love their wife to work from home, ideally, but like nowadays, because there's just so much like financial struggles and stuff like that.
I
it's
don't
tough.
think every man likes that, because a lot of them feel like the women who work at home have nothing to talk about.
No,
I've heard a lot of guys say that.
I was chatting to Dara, like my dream, I think in the future is just to be like a housewife with loads of babies.
Yeah.
But like
Oh,
bougie,
nice.
but a bougie one.
Yeah.
But he was like, how much money would I need to make for you to like
was thinking
not
about
do
that.
anything?
You know what? Yeah. We'll start off with 2K. In like a job.
Yeah.
To be
it
paying you
rises.
2K a month.
2K a month, and I just sit at home.
Girl, 2K a month is not enough for me.
For yourself after the babies and all expenses. and
let's
food.
not
Just
change.
for yourself.
Before the
Pocket-
babies.
pocket
You're paying nothing
I'm
out of it.
Newly wedded.
No phone bill.
No nothing.
So 2K including all your clothes, your
pocket.
hair, and
Money for
everything.
such
Yeah,
life.
and if I want more, he can give it to me. If I want more, he can
If
give
you
it
want
to me.
more.
So a base of 2K
Base
a month.
pay, and then there's bonuses. If you do nice things for your husband, you get that bonus.
No, the reason.
Then when the kids come, maybe chick.
Yeah. Do you believe in push presents? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry. Have you seen how wide 10 centimeters is?
Yeah.
And if you come from a family with big heads, it's most likely your child gonna have a big head too.
Thank you.
And I'm supposed to put
And your vagina will never look the same.
One guy I'm talking to,
Your
right?
stomach doesn't look the same either.
Right?
You guys, you have to like actually have this kind of conversations with guys because they will come from a background of twins, triplets. There's this one guy I'm talking to right now, and he has like the triplet twin gene.
Yeah.
I don't put triplets in there. Because
What would you do if you found out you're having triplets?
I'd scream.
I'd cry all the way up until birth.
exactly.
I'd be delighted because I know that's
it.
One
Done.
pregnancy and I'm done.
Done.
No, but I
No,
want
no.
variation. I
If
don't
I
want the
carry
two the
those
same.
triplets, I'm getting a tummy tuck straight after. As they're no, because if you're having triplets, you're not pushing those kids out. You're not pushing those kids out. They have to do a C-section. So while you're C-sectioning that shit,
I'ma push it out.
sew it up,
Yeah.
flatten it, and sew it up.
I know. Like get surgery at
Triplets
the
is-
same
What?
time.
No, but
Yeah,
like
how the Kardashians do it?
I know.
Unless you're like
Triplets.
Courtney who pulls
no
the
way.
kids out.
Even twins,
Crazy.
I wouldn't be able.
I
Triplets is
love
Twins.
Crazy.
Twins.
Oh.
Twins
Like, I
is
can do
crazy.
twins. Like that's how I actually like. That's one part of my game. Like I
See,
feel like
guys, I would
you know
love for
twins, I
men
have
to be able to carry
Oh my
pregnancies.
god, that is a seller. That's a seller.
I
You
would
really
love-
want your
what?
twins?
I want twins.
I would
Think-
love twins.
My
and
my
triplets.
siblings are twins.
No.
want
I mean, yay for you, but no.
Did you feel left out?
No, like I was just like, at the time I was like, oh, this is twins. This is so cool.
Okay.
Because it's a boy and a girl.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
better.
You
get
That's
me?
better.
So like,
No, if I wanted twins, they need to be identical.
Yeah,
Y'all need to be identical.
But do you know if it was triplets, right? Like, what about if like there's always gonna be one left out? Do you get me?
There was these
do you ever
girls
think
I
about
went to
that?
school with. Their older sisters were twins, and then they were triplets.
Wow.
Like imagine,
So
yeah.
there was one person left out though.
No, she had older siblings she could play
No,
with.
because there's like you know the
in
way.
the three, there's gonna be one kid.
Yeah, like there's always gonna be
Like a
two
One
Triplets,
taken, one
yeah.
whose side won't be
Do you guys
taken
think
when they get
trees
into
a crowd?
fights.
Do you think
Trees,
trees a crowd?
tree is can be a crowd, yeah.
The amount of
That's
kids
a
you
lot
want.
of
Kids
children.
and friendships, like real life things. Do you think three is a crowd?
No, there's three of us here.
Yeah, my best friends we're a trio.
Okay, yeah, I've had many trios.
I think
but
four
there's
is
always-
Yeah,
probably
my
a
best
crowd.
friends now we're trios too.
I think four is better because there's always two. But like, let's say
No,
for example,
sometimes
it's
it can be 3-1.
How many seats are on the bus? There's two. There's
Unless you're sitting in the back seat, there's 5.
okay. Thank you, Rose.
Oh,
Let's get that intro in, please.
It's optimistic. I love it.
Okay, so welcome back to GTG, baby.
Know the
Your
vibes.
weekly subscription to the gist. And this week we've got an extra special guest.
Extra special.
You know, I'm fangirling.
Yes.
We've got Miss Katia Mia.
Hi guys.
hey.
I'm actually gassed that you asked me to be on here.
Really?
Because you guys are cool.
Girl, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. When I met you at the Cash Beat event, I was like, oh my God, Katia, I finally get to meet Katia.
No, but because it's like Instagram. I feel like, especially when we haven't like met in person. When I see all you guys on Instagram, I'm like, I feel like I know you. So then when I first saw you at events, it's like there's a bit of that warmth there. It's like everyone's like way more approachable because we know each other on Instagram
For sure.
I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I'm definitely.
I think you're
definitely.
you're amazing on online. Then you're also like you don't give off mean vibes online. Then you're also
You're
great-
honestly, you're so lovable.
you're also
Yeah.
great in person as well.
I think if someone had an issue with you, they'd have to be the problem.
It's
Hard
hard.
to
I
say.
don't ever get into fights. I just don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm a tourist, right?
I love Taurus.
And we're very like we can get so aggro, but you'd have to bring us to the boiling point. But other than that, we get on with everyone. And I feel like I've always been like that. And as well because I'm the middle child at home, like I was always the peacemaker, getting on with everyone. So that's, maybe that's why.
so good.
I love Taurus.
I haven't had beef with anyone online yet. Thank
Really?
God. Yeah.
Have you gotten hate in the requests?
Not really.
That's good.
Only like the odd time if it's like maybe an old white man, but like
Oh,
never from my own.
Anyways.
Never from my
you know
own.
that TikTok is like you're never alone. There's always a white man staring at you.
literally that. But like thankfully no.
Yeah, I feel like I started following you from like before, like just around COVID times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think I was
like-
the same actually.
Yeah.
That's when it all kind of started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then-
Like I was always on IG, but it was more so like if I'm going out on the weekend, I would take a pic or whatever. But I don't think I even spoke on my stories until it was 2020. We
Yeah.
had nothing to do. We were just at home.
Chilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you-
I was not one of those people. I had to get my ass up and drive to Newbridge every day for work.
Oh my God. Were you working in healthcare? at the time?
Yeah, pharmaceuticals. But I'm about to be at work from home, babe.
Me too.
Oh, I'm so jealous. But I'm gonna be working from home too.
Yeah.
I cannot
So we
wait
can
to
just,
work
like, I can
from
just come see
home.
you. I
Yeah.
can work anywhere.
Oh my
early.
God, and I'm moving to Dublin. Yeah, ready eventually. I already have the apartment and everything. I need my friend to move out so I can move in.
What's it like just living in the countryside then?
Girl, there's nothing there.
They only introduced
Absolutely
buses
nothing.
last week.
Girl, last month, excuse yourself, it was a month
How do
ago.
you even like
There was no
cope?
buses. You know the buses that take you like to stops in your town?
Yeah.
I didn't have those growing up.
See, you know what? It makes sense that you know how to drive so young because
I
I
had
feel like
to.
Dublin girls, like we could go up until we're in our 30s and not drive because we
Shout out
never
to you
really,
guys out there.
we never really needed to. Like
you
I'm
so
only
much.
learning how to drive.
I couldn't
now.
survive. Like imagine going to your shopping and carrying all of that and then having to walk
Oh my god.
in the rain.
I had to drive like because where I lived, like I've moved around a little bit, but one of the places I used to live was like just on a back road, like you know the Lucan back roads.
Yeah.
I used to live there, so it was like a 40-minute walk to a bus stop in Dublin. As
Yeah.
well, imagine.
I
Do you
used
know
to
what I
have
mean?
to walk
So,
like an hour to school, like secondary school.
you used to walk an hour. To
That's
school.
what you're
Yeah.
like. That's like my dad describing his childhood.
Literally, they're literally so crazy. I fight
No, but
snakes.
I actually had to walk an hour
swim.
from where I lived. Like I used to live deep in the countryside as well, like where our house was. And I
every
remember
day?
like I could see, even to college as well, like I could see my college from my house, but there was a river. So I had to walk around the river.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'd get a boat. I'd get, like, a
Do you
little-
know,
a
girl,
kayak.
I was tempted to learn how to swim.
I was
Very tempted to learn how to swim. I swear to God, it probably would have been like a 5-minute swim.
No, you just get a kayak, swim
No,
it,
I
paddle
tried in the
it.
water. I might as well
Lock
just
it,
jump
lock
in.
it.
What?
No, honestly.
My parents, the way they situated me, right? So I have that 39A bus, so it drives to town. So then also my secondary school, my uni, and my primary school all in the same area. So why would I need a car?
See,
I
that's
just
it.
walk everywhere.
See, I grew up in Blanche, so it was like
Blanche
39A was my life. Like 39A. I also like I went to college in Maynooth, so I get like the
The train.
39. Then in Clonsilla they had the train station. Like
Station
Blanche
there,
had
literally
everything.
So act like
need to
literally.
drive.
That's why people have to check in because it's an exquisite area.
Yeah.
I
it
I'm not
is.
gonna lie, I like Blanche. I
Yeah.
do. I'm always
But
a
no,
Blanche.
that 39A actually kills me though. Like, have you tried to get it in rush hour? Like,
Oh, all the time when I was
crazy.
at work. Oh my god.
Oh my
it's
God.
wild.
it's horrible.
You
I
might not
had
even
to
get a
take
seat.
buses
No.
once I moved to Dublin.
What?
Would it be like easier to take buses instead of driving once I moved
I
to
still
Dublin?
wouldn't recommend.
I won't lie. I have a story.
I'm not a bus babe.
I'm a train babe.
This is this, yeah. This is what made me kind of like get back into wanting to drive a car. So obviously every morning I take the bus to 39A to South Town. So I sleep on the bus. Yes, Rouse Clouds. I know. I'm sorry. I sleep on the bus. So then I was like this, right? And this uncle was sitting in front of me, and I was sleeping, and he touches my knee. He goes, "Wake up! You're stop." And I was just like, "It's not my stop." Back to bed. But like, how long was he watching me?
But
You
then
know
we
it was your stop.
He doesn't know it was my stop. Like he just said, "Oh,
How do you know he wasn't watching you from afar for weeks?
oh, that's crazy." Now
But so was it your
Uncles do
stop?
the most like.
I'm so scared.
Was it your stop?
No. And
Okay.
so you interrupted my sleep as well. I'm bare pissed. I had like I had 5 minutes left. Like, cause I can nap like
She can.
I nap like someone said I nap like a prick. I think.
Like, no, you actually fall asleep like this.
Yeah.
Like, we went to London for the Ashika concert, and I remember this girl kept me out to, what was it, like 6 a.m. one of the
Sir,
nights.
you stick with me.
We get back to my grandma's house, and we're laid about to sleep. I'm someone who has to unwind before I sleep. I have to take off my makeup, take off my jewelry. Before I took off the first earring, she was out like a night. Gone. Like, I mean, you couldn't have a conversation, be like, hello, no, gone.
Oh my god, I have a
It's a
friend
skill.
just like that. Yeah, that's wild.
I can't.
I need to do my whole skincare routine before I even sleep. Like I can't.
That's why your skin is glowing now.
Damn.
It's turned into an obsession. Yeah.
Literally. Right, guys, just of the week.
Ooh,
guys
go
ready?
on.
Okay.
Go on, tell us.
Jammerhead. Stormzy.
Guys, I love them.
Get there.
I love them.
waited
I
a long
love
time.
them.
I am
actually,
just-
no, like they give me hope for love.
Yeah, I feel like they're. If there was a Jay-Z and a Beyonce for America, I feel like they're the Jay-Z and Beyonce of like UK, Ireland kind of vibes.
Yeah,
I just love them.
No, they are. They're honestly like. I think I shed a tear. I shed a
And
tear.
it's because it was like building up, like wasn't
Yeah,
there little hints
rumors and
online,
stuff
and
and
everyone was
stuff
like,
like
"That's
I
the
was
same
like,
tiles that was
I'm
in
the
this."
queen of saying leave him, but I was like, take him back, please take him back.
It was the two. It was the hide and seek.
the song.
That hide and seek.
No, apparently he never cheated.
Okay.
Apparently, I think from what I gathered from the interview that I heard him talking about it, I think it had something to do with his career, and he was just not in a good place mentally, so he wasn't treating her well. That's what I heard.
Like, you know when you is it when he's starting that interview?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
You know what
I
I'm talking
know
about.
what you're talking about.
No, that from that what I gathered from the interview that I heard him speaking about it on, it was that. I don't think it was a cheating thing.
But I think it's so cool though, just seeing them, like, even the time they weren't together, she just kept rising. He was rising, and now they're back together. But
they're
like
rising
such
together.
They were written in the stars.
Oh my
They're
God,
meant to be.
literally.
They are soulmates.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
me.
I'm literally like, yeah, I'm loving it. But do you not see everyone in the comments, like, in, like, on TikTok or stuff, and they're like, this is not your sign to get back with your ex. Like, this is not your sign to get back with your toxic ex.
100%. But like, even something I even respect about him was that, like, when they broke up, you never saw him with another girl. Like, he was never photographed with another girl.
Interesting.
Never. I'm sure there was other girls, but he was never photographed with them.
Not special enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He knew it was Maya. He knew it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta lose them to, I know, find them later, I
you need
guess.
to
What
know.
would you take like an ex back for?
That's a good question, girl.
Maybe you should be a host.
I'm gonna sit down and relax.
Because I know, like, let's say if it's like physical cheating, that's like a hard never, ever, ever. But I feel like there's certain things like that, whether you could take time apart and still come together.
Work. Like, maybe like your job is like really far away. You felt like long distance. You couldn't do it. And then you're like, actually, screw the distance. I want you back. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
You were silly for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of things. Like, this is a very,
She's a lover girl, though.
I am a lover girl. But this is controversial. I think there's a lot of things that are forgivable. Like,
agree.
in everything. Like, in...
How serious she's being.
Yeah, no, because I'm basically like, I'm waiting to hear like the daggers, but like, no, I think a lot of things are forgivable because when you're in a long-term relationship, like, you are gonna hurt each other. Do you know what I mean? And there's things that, like, I think it depends on how you feel as a person. Do you get me? Because it's like, you need to know what your boundaries are. You need to know what, like, your no-goes. Do you get me? And you need to know them before you get into a relationship.
So true. But
Yeah.
I think when you get into one quite young, like I was 21 getting into my like first and only relationship, you don't know what your boundaries are yet. Like, to a certain extent, yes, what your mother teaches you and what you see maybe from your sisters, but you don't really know yet until you go through it, and then you do have to call out any behavior, whether it's you doing it or your partner, and kind of create that line that you guys are never going to cross. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's harder when you're a lot younger.
100%.
Yeah. So
So I think sometimes like people could break up because they need time to grow and like fix their mental and then maybe come back together. Because like when you're young and stuff like that, there's just so many things and the trauma that's like stuck with you that you kind of give off, and it's just hard for the relationship to grow. But I feel like when you go apart and like you guys both learn different things, you get back together and you know it could be better.
Have you guys seen the new season of The Ultimatum on Netflix?
No.
Okay, never mind.
But I
then.
just think, like, even the concept, like, sorry, I do like reality TV, but sometimes I just think of the concepts. It's like you're going on a show to get someone to prove to you if they want to marry you or not.
I
Is that
agree.
not a message that
No.
you're not going to get married?
Yeah, like,
what I
do
mean?
you
This
get
was the
me?
first season where all of them got engaged at the end. Now, there's a lot of like toxic. No, there's been people who've actually got married off of it. I think the concept of the show is to push them to the limits of you could lose this person, and do you really feel like you could live your life without this person? So what they basically do on that show is you go there and you switch couples and see what life is like living with another couple. Like, they're not saying things have to happen. You don't have to be like
don't have
sexual
to
kiss or
engage,
anything like
okay.
that. It's just you live with someone else that's there. So there was this one lady, I can't even remember her name, but she was crazy. She went psychotic. So basically, she got there and realized that she didn't like the whole idea of the show anymore because she saw her fella talking to another girl and the girl was being all flirtatious. Guys, she went crazy. Like, she was shoving him in the face. She was like, yeah, go on, go be with that hooter girl. Go on, go be with her. She was like slapping him and everything. And then later on, she finds out she was pregnant. So they leave like after like episode 2 or something.
With the guy?
So she leaves with her guy. Yeah, she was pregnant. So she left. Now, they're the only ones who were not engaged. Everyone else who stayed throughout the whole process got engaged. There's a guy there who had been with his girlfriend for like 7 years. And it took nearly losing her and seeing her start to build a connection with someone else that he was like, I actually can't live with her. He was like, I need her
Why
back.
do you guys need that? Like,
It's so
why
silly.
do they need like a
It's so
test?
silly.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
And now it's been months later, so the reunion has happened, and he's head over heels, and he's like, I can't live without her. It's like, it really taught me
to appreciate what I had.
Do you think people just get like they start settling? They stop appreciating what they have, and maybe
Definitely,
they need to see what they appreciate again. But again, like, why are you going
won't
on
work
this
for
show?
everyone.
Do you know what I mean? Just
Couldn't do it
Let's go back to what Katya. Why do men feel like they need a test? A test to kind of like.
because they're dumb.
Okay.
I just feel like they're not like they need to be pushed in a way. I think women, like, obviously we mature emotionally like a lot faster than guys, and I think when we can sense a positive relationship, we know kind of the general direction it's going in. We can just hone in and be like, right, that's my guy. I'm going to focus on this, and then now let me focus on myself, my work, whatever. It's like I don't need a test. I don't need to struggle to like, no, you're the one. When I make a
Exactly.
decision, that's it.
Fair.
But I feel like with guys, they always like, I think it's a natural thing for them to always wonder, oh my God, is
they
the
be
grass
too
greener
chill.
on the
Yeah.
other side? And they
Yeah.
need that test for some
They're
reason.
also too chill. Far too chill. It's
Right.
because they don't have time. Like they have time. We don't.
True. They could settle down at
We
like
don't.
50.
If they want, they could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
lot of them are like, let's focus on our career. Let's do this. And we have the African moms being like, where's my grandchild?
Literally.
Do you know how old you are? Will I carry my child before I leave? Or like we constantly have the pressure. They don't. They get to be like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I'm earning this. I'm gonna wait till I have a manager role. We also then have to think with like our careers. Oh my God, maternity leave. Oh my God, how am I gonna handle this? Like I think it affects us a lot more with our life than it does with
Yeah.
them. Because even when you do get pregnant, there's so much you can't do. When the baby is here, there's still so much you can't do.
Can I tell you something? Yeah, like see me right now. I feel like the longer I remain single, the more I have to invest in my career. Because like, let's say for example, like I can invest more time now because like I don't need to wait for kids or I'm not in a serious relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? So like that's one thing.
You can be selfish.
Yeah, I can be more
Yeah.
selfish because like there's not a man here, so I can just, and that's why I feel like nowadays because men are doing whatever they're doing, women have to now invest in the like do other things, so they're not too
Please,
occupied.
while you're
But
young,
I think
invest
that's
in yourself.
what your 20s are
Yeah.
for. Like, my motto of my 20s is be selfish. Like, I
Yeah.
do not care if I'm hurting people's feelings. You have to be selfish and put yourself first, because this is the time to like try and fail and and just build yourself up again. So honestly, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So girl, you was a TV host, huh?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I
well,
remember
I
the
think
day-
I can call myself a TV presenter.
Presenter.
Because I feel like I was in a bit of a gray area. Because I was doing a lot of stuff online. When I worked as a brand ambassador for Midge Mass, which was Maya Jama's brand that we're just talking about. But that was kind of like I was interviewing people, and I kind of used it, like I just kind of said it with my chest. I was like, presenter for Midge Mass. Like I just kind of like made it
Owned
made
it.
it sound
Yes.
like it was real, like a proper title.
Yeah.
But I think you have to do that. Like, you really have to shamelessly self-plug on social media.
100%.
Because like from that, that's how like I eventually got onto TV. And now, because it's coming up to a year, I think I can call myself a presenter.
You are.
Yeah, you can.
You are
Yeah,
a
you
presenter.
can.
You are, girl.
Yes.
I remember the day it dropped on the internet. I was like,
Yeah. That's like so good.
a black girl.
I
was like,
believe that.
yes.
Exactly.
It's so funny because I feel like I would never watch certain content in Ireland because I knew like I'm not going to see myself there. So like that's why for me like it was such a big deal for me, my family, but then also other girls to see like I can
that.
see myself there. Then it's
100%.
that
Yeah.
place it's accessible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
love especially about you is the fact that like your degree, what you chase, you dropped in, you were like, this is what I'm gonna do. You're like, I'm quitting my job, I'm focusing on it. And then you did it. I was like, because I've been following you since the whole pandemic. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to apply myself.
No, it's wild. Like sometimes I think about it as like, is this juju or something? Like
No,
but
that-
the way I manifested, I was like religious. Like I would write down in my journal, I am going to get this job and da 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 da. 6 months later, it would happen. Like I really had
Alright,
to
let me
put
just put that-
myself. I'm telling you, you need to do it. Like I really had to apply myself because I was in such a dark place before. Like 2020 was just weird for me. Like I was in my mom's house. I was in the box room. I was just kind of like, what am I doing with my life? Like even TV presenter wasn't something I knew like I wanted to target specifically, but it was sort of like I know I'm supposed to do something. I know I'm supposed to be heard and have a bit of a meaning to my role, but what is it? I was like, God, what is my passion? I know I want a passion, but just like send me a message. So it just took time, and it took trying like a bit of everything and putting myself out there on social media until I realized like I actually enjoy connecting with people. I love conversation. I can chat for days. My mom used to call me like a parrot when I was younger because I would just tell our business to everyone. And she was like, will you just zip your mouth? And I just like couldn't help it. So I know naturally, like, I don't know if I'm particularly excellent in this area or that area, but I know I like connecting with people and I enjoy it, and I think I can make people feel safe and warm and comforting. And let me just use that to my advantage and see where this can go. And like everything else just kind of fell into place.
You know, yeah. What you just said is so inspiring because I feel like, you know, I'm in my parents' house, I'm in that box room, I know I'm supposed to do something. I love talking to people and all this stuff there. So like knowing that I just have to take that step. And do you guys ever notice that you always are in a dark place before things go up? So
100%.
guys, if you're going through a dark place,
It's gonna get better.
it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Obviously,
like-
you just have to want it.
Isn't it like you have to hit like rock bottom almost
Yeah.
to really put things into perspective?
Yeah.
And then you're like, I actually have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So let me try
do it.
everything.
Yeah.
It's literally throwing shit at a wall, see what sticks, and just go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so good. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So you're also like an influencer as well.
Yes.
Do you love that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like splitting. Like, I feel like now no one just has like one job. Everyone has like 2-3 jobs.
Literally.
Because
100%.
cost of living crisis. But I do love it. Like, it is something like I feel like I have control over. Like, I tried modeling for a little bit, but I didn't enjoy it because like you've no control over the pictures or whatever. But when you're doing
Yeah.
content, you can just be yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So much prefer.
Do you find it hard to stay consistent?
100%. Like, I was only chatting to you, being like, seeing that Demi's pictures and Roz just doing content. I'm like, you're actually making me want to get up off my ass and just do
Next
it.
content day, she's coming.
I need
Yes.
to.
Yeah, and we'll get Manuel as well.
I
Oh my
need
God,
to.
yes, we should do like a massive day.
Will you coming with us to do
100%.
content?
I maybe do one content day. I don't know, guys. Maybe we'll see. It's like,
Please,
It, like,
girl,
it
you
makes
post
feel
twice a year.
good. No, you have to.
Yeah.
I am.
I feel like when
She
you do
posts
it-
like twice a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, you drop something like Beyonce on Instagram and
And then I'm like, deuces. I know it's so bad. Like, I think it's consistency. And sometimes, because sometimes I'm really extrovert and I'm like, yeah, I want everybody to see everything all the time. And then other days I'm just like, I don't want anybody to see anything because what's the internet doing? Like, I'm such a big believer in evil eye. So it's like, how do you like gauge and like sort of like get rid of the people who are like evil eyeing you, and how do you make it into a positive? Do you get me? Like, my mind goes from two. It's like one or the
What I
other.
say is any weapon
Formed against you.
Yeah.
give us that line.
any weapon formed against me shall not prosper.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, back to sender, please. Like, I just try not to think about the evil and the bad stuff people think for me or all that stuff,
Yeah.
because I'm like, no, my
But I
life's
think
bigger than
it's
yours.
hard
Bye.
because we're kind of like low-key people pleasers. Like, let's say you're in a friendship situation, you know it's not benefiting you, and maybe they tear you down, maybe you just don't feel comfortable, you feel like you can't be your full self and your creative self and talk about all that shit, but you don't know how to like let go of that friendship because you don't want to be seen as the bad guy. And I think that's when I come back to like my motto of my 20s: be selfish, pick yourself.
100%.
You kind of just have to pull the cord. Choose yourself always.
I have a lot of ops.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say
That's actually a flex to have.
No, she
have a
has
lot
a lot
of
of people who I think try to bring down, like de-shine her, bring her
feel that.
positivity
Yeah.
down. That's why I call, because she doesn't do anything to a lot of these people.
Yeah.
So it's not even a case where she's having beef, but it's like all of a sudden, you hear a lot of people who have her name
Chatting, and I hear what
in
you
their
guys are
mouth.
saying. Don't
That's
think
the
I
funny
don't.
thing.
I hear that stuff. And
Is it because of like people might see you and think like she's a confident girl and they just want to wonder why and tear you down? They're like,
What?
you're
It's-
not allowed to be
it's-
beautiful, confident, and
Yeah.
successful.
Well, yeah, why do
you're
people
not.
hate confidence?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's one of it. Also, I feel like people. What was the second point? I feel like also like people are like, she's doing this and that. Like, I'm in your face, so obviously they're gonna chat. But like, I just feel like once you're not affecting my money, you haven't hurt my family, you haven't did this and that, I'm good. Like, once you're not stopping the
Yeah.
brand deals from coming
I
in.
actually agree
Irrelevant.
with that.
Right.
Like, it's like
Yeah.
when you're really, really out there, that's when you start to hear the noise. Oh,
stuff.
you're too this, you're too that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't mind. Like, people can say what they want. Like, do you get me? Because like, I know like sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. But it's sort of like people will always have something to say, especially if you're doing something good or bad. Do you know what I mean? But it's more so what I'm scared of with Evil Eye is like the juju. Do you get me? It's like, do you get me? Like that's what it is, guys. It's not like I can deal with people like being fake or whatever. Like I know who I am, but it's like people who are preying on your actual downfall.
Harder than them.
Do you know,
Very
it's
true.
so crazy because it's like my mom is really like that, but it's like I'm just kind of like, if I live my life trying not to hurt anyone, being good, treating people kind, I'm like, your evil can never touch me. That's just what I
true.
believe.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm
guys-
just like,
I
you
feel like
continue
pray.
just being yourself. That's just the way I
Yeah.
hold it. Yeah, be prayerful.
Yeah.
You continue being a good person. And I'm like, there's no way God will allow something happen that bad to me. Because, you know, I find it so strange because I'm like, everything bad that's ever happened to me, I've been able to flip into something greater.
Yeah.
I got into a car accident back in May. You know the car accident I was in? Through that, I came back to work. They flipped my shift cycle. I started working nights. I don't want to be driving at nighttime or after working a 12-hour shift. Applied for a new job. The first job response I get the job. I had my interview on Thursday at 10 o'clock. They told me, oh, early next week we'll let you know. Friday at 8:30, Roz, you have the job. Not even 24 hours. So it's like, I feel like sometimes, like you may think that people are being like praying bad on you, but I'm like, not with my God. I'm like, even when bad things happen, I'm like, no, something good is about to happen.
Yeah.
It just, this bad thing is just shaking me up a little now, but something great is coming.
I love that.
And what I always say, right, is like I'd rather something bad happen to me, like, and while I was being good, than something bad happened to me while doing
Being
something
bad.
bad. Do you get me?
Because then
So-
it's karma.
Okay, I'm gonna do the content day.
Yeah.
Content day.
Guys, I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
So, compare the decisions you've made with your heart and your mind. Like how, let's say, think of a time where you had to make a decision with your heart, your heart, and then a decision you had to make with your mind. What was the difference? That's a good question. I'm gonna give you a second. Then we're gonna talk about
I think-
decisions made with your
I think when I
coochie.
make decisions with my heart,
Yeah.
it's more emotionally based. It's more loving, it's more caring. But when it's with my head, you're giving me time to overthink. And that's when I start thinking the good and the bad and start weighing out the options. And then I think it becomes less genuine when it's with my head than when it's with my heart.
What do you guys think? Did I have a follow-up question?
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like, if I'm thinking with my heart, I'm more emotional, more volatile, might not be making the right decision. But I think with my head, I'll feel better after the fact. Like, after I make the decision, I'll feel like I'll thank myself that I did that.
Yeah.
So I tend to probably go with my head more than my heart.
When I think with my heart, my head is telling me the right answer. Does that make sense? So like my heart is like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and my head's like, you know, this is a bad decision, and I'm like, but it's the decision I want right now. Do you know what I mean? So I think you're always like, even when you are thinking or going with something with your heart, you're always, your head's in the back being like, you know.
Yeah.
So relax. But
Which decision is easier to follow, your heart or your mind?
your heart, obviously, because it's usually leading you down a dark,
I feel
depressing
like my
path.
mind is like kind of hard.
But see,
because, like,
that
there's a
also
lot
it
going on.
depends on the situation. Like
heart
sometimes
just
with
wants
your
one thing.
heart, it depends on what's. So like when we were in London, remember that kid stopped us on the road to ask us for money. It was to sponsor kids for like going to school. So he was like, "Oh, could you donate £20?" And then he was like, "Can I be cheeky? Can I be £40?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I was very
cheeky. I was like, "Can it be
in this
40?"
cost of living crisis,
Do you know
you're
what?
mad.
Do you know what?
Do you know how much petrol
That's what
that
my
costs?
head was saying. That's what my head was saying. But my heart was like, oh, that's 2-3 kids getting to go to school. You know what the cost of living crisis? You know how expensive uni is? They don't have the grant. That's what my heart was saying.
Wait, what age was this kid?
No, he was definitely about like 20. It was like some...
A big farly. I
No,
thought we were talking
it was
about.
like, it's a charity thing. It was like to...
Yeah,
There's a lot
we-
of them in London.
Yeah.
Is
Right
there?
outside the tube stop. Like, they'll just catch you. And they're like, well, we take card.
Yeah.
Girl,
I
I tap
got
the
you.
card.
You tap the card.
Tap the
you-
card,
And
win.
40
Yeah.
pounds. That's like €50.
Girl, I know. My head was saying that. But my heart was saying, that's 3 kids going to school. They don't have the grant. They don't have Susie.
Okay,
I had
you
Susie.
definitely think with your heart.
Yeah. My head was
big
like,
heart
girl.
When it comes to
I don't
money,
know,
I'm
like,
thinking
do you
with my
think life
head.
has been more beneficial? Like, what have you made decisions more with? And then how has your life turned out? And that'll be the first question on this section.
Funny question.
Go on.
No, I think with my heart a lot, but then like my head does like the quarantine. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So you just have to I'm basically yeah, let's do this. I always want to help. When you see those people, the charities, when you're walking down the road and they're like, I have to not look because I know I will do it. And even though I know I don't have the money for it, I will give it to you. So I just have to so that's where my head sort of goes into quarantine, because I'm just just don't look at the people. I know you want to do this, but you can't. You just can't. You get me?
I need to be like that.
I'm definitely mind then. I think every decision I've made is defo with my mind. And I think it's because I consult my sister. I have two sisters, so I'll go through both of them, see what they think, ask the family group chat, and then make my final decision. So it's definitely, I think I lead with my mind.
That's really good. Well, look where you are. So
Kind of
Demi, you?
I consult my friends. Because my mind and my heart, because my mind is I will make decisions based on how I feel and how I love. And then my heart is also the same. They're incongruency. They're like this. They're like evil twin. So whatever decision I make, I've been more logical now. Before I used to be very emotional and it didn't benefit me, but now I'm a bit more logical. But more times than not, I'm like, girls, I have this issue. What should I do here? But I'm all right. But I wanted to now touch on the decisions you make with your coochie.
Okay.
Drink your coochie.
How are you during ovulation, girls?
insane.
It's wild, isn't it? Isn't it crazy?
Do you know what? I hate the female body. I hate the female anatomy.
It tricks you into literally wanting to get pregnant.
Get punished for not having a baby with a period.
Yeah.
And then you make me want to have a baby at the same time.
It's the other way around. It's okay, it's cool. So 2 weeks, you don't want to have a kid. Say no more. The period?
Yeah.
See, guys don't have that feeling.
So hard.
Guys don't know it. They
know.
just want to knock, but it's our bodies are made for it. We can't help it.
It's actually wild.
Guys are onto us now. They know that ovulation is a time.
I've heard some guys have started downloading the calendars.
Oh my fella's like that as well. But it's more so to know when I'm gonna be a bitch around the house, and then also to know when. Because I don't use contraception. I'm very natural. Because I've had really bad experiences
with that too,
the combination pill. It made me depressed. It made me gain weight.
Side effects.
Crazy. And the thing is, in Ireland, it's trial and error. They'll just give you one and then see what works.
Yasmin L. They give that to everyone.
The devil. That's what I started on. So I just decided to take it into my own hands. Natural. I go by the app. So it's when I am ovulating, I actually have to be so careful. I'm abstain.
Leave me alone.
And that one day, one day, stay away. One day.
Sometimes I be thinking about things and why am I thinking this is not? Why am I here? How did I get here? Ovulation.
Yeah.
Or do you know what's so funny? I loved biology in school, and I nailed down what the the chances of getting pregnant. Now I know it's not always like this, but basically you only have 3 days in the month where you can actually get pregnant, because a guy's sperm only lasts 5 days and an egg only lasts 24 hours. So if you have sex, let's say 3 days before you ovulate, the sperm still exists. So within that 24 hours, it will meet the day that the egg ovulates, and then a baby will happen. Or if you have sex right after ovulation, your egg is still alive for another day. So I'm once you stay away for those couple of days, you're safe.
Week.
But I just I learned it from a biology perspective. So I'm oh my God, it's actually just science. Babies can be made like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't have the app. I'm just freeballing it.
And you're not on contraception?
What?
But I don't be out here. Come on, girl.
That gave me anxiety.
I want to edit a nice blue cap.
I'm not. What you mean? What's that?
I'm gonna make that cap big.
Demi, you don't have the flow up.
First of all,
You need to know your cycle.
Do you know what? I just use the health one on Apple.
I feel like my body tells you what's going on, kind of.
No.
Demi.
No.
My heart is I'm actually having palpitations.
girl,
how can you
start using the health app, girl?
Just no.
Get Flow.
Flow is good.
I
is
don't
good.
have storage.
Do you know what?
Okay, but you want a baby.
You know what I actually do?
Okay, maybe she does. Maybe.
Yeah, you're acting like it anyways.
Yeah, you want it to happen.
Like, you know, subconsciously, like, I actually do want a baby. Obviously, at the right time with the right circumstances. But, like, I'm alright. I'm good. I keep it
We'll see you
hood.
next month, anyways.
Yeah.
Debbie's like, I've got news.
Just of the week. Good news. Would you guys have, like, let's say you guys, by God's grace, you live in a big mansion and, you know, you're rich and your husband goes to work and you stay at home, like the queen that you guys are.
Manifesting.
Would you guys get male maids? Or is it female maids?
Oh.
The reason why I ask is because, like, mind you, because they obviously help you take care of the kids. So obviously, like, would you be okay with female maids taking care of your kids and, you know, bathing? Would you allow female maids to? There's a lot of
To
questions.
bathe your child.
Yeah.
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 What about male maids?
If they're gay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I trust gay men.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just want to say women because they just have the more motherly trait.
True.
True.
I've heard too many scary stories about men. I ain't gonna lie.
But
Male
women
maids.
as well. Like, so I
do
like
women-
I'm from Burundi, right? And there was a story going around like Auntie's group chat about a woman that was like the nanny of like a baby at home. She started breastfeeding her own milk.
Yeah, but that's like, but that's
Okay, they do that in America.
Because
Breastfeeding
it's
girl.
called
Yeah,
it's called a wet nurse. Like it used to happen back like years ago.
But even in
They
America,
bond
thing.
with the nanny and not the mother then.
No, but
But they're
it's,
probably gonna bond with the nanny anyways.
isn't that like
crazy.
some people do that. Like it happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
No,
Smell?
no, I wouldn't be.
Absolutely not.
I'm not okay with it.
I wouldn't be fine with it.
My son's mouth, or my daughter's mouth.
But
I'm
I've
so sorry.
I've heard it. Like
What if
yeah.
they've got like
But
But see, the thing is,
Dirty
especially because the mom didn't know, that's completely wrong.
Yeah.
Violation.
yeah, they
should be
didn't know.
paid for it.
But didn't the royals do that? They'd have wet nurses, and they'd
Probably.
have like women that would actually just breastfeed their kids because they didn't want to do it.
Just not with it.
That's actually scary.
Just pump and
Yeah.
put it in a bottle.
Because, like, obviously, isn't it breastfeeding part of, like, you know, bonding with
Yeah,
your
that's
child?
what she was
Like,
saying. That's
you
what
get
Katya
me?
was
Like,
saying.
I just feel like, no.
But I feel like I don't know if many girls are like this. But I think I'd be kind of scared to breastfeed because do you know the way like when you're having what's that research you call it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone loves a bit of like
oh
Yeah.
what do you call it? Can we say that?
What do you say?
breast milk.
Inspection.
No, like you know when like
Yeah, you're getting
people like
foreplay.
getting their titties sucked or foreplay.
breastfeeding.
Foreplay,
What
yeah.
if you
Breastfeeding.
What if
I
you
like
like
said that, and you were like, no,
breastfeeding? Okay, breast.
I said
okay.
breast milk.
Breastfeeding.
Yeah, I
Let's
said
say
breast milk.
if people like breast milk, and you get a nice feeling from that.
Yeah.
How are you
Oh,
gonna
that
feel?
borderline.
So that's why I'm like, it's kind of. I don't know.
That's a good. But to be honest,
I've
with you,
never had to
your
think of
mind
that.
will like. Let's say, for example, like let's say, wear a bikini at the beach.
Yeah.
But wearing
Lingerie.
lingerie in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That kind of mind separate
Kind of
thing.
like that.
Do you get me? Because I'm not gonna look at a woman weird if she. I'll look at a woman weird if she's wearing lingerie at the beach. But I'm not gonna look at her weird if she's wearing bikini at the beach. But they're
Right.
exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually more clothes and lingerie.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm not weird, and I haven't had a baby before. Because I have one.
Not me getting visuals in my head now.
Would you guys? But like the feeling would be different, no?
I hope,
Yeah.
hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say will be because babies ain't got no teeth in their gums. It's supposed to hurt like crazy.
Yeah.
From what I've heard. Not that I've tried.
You see them baby
But-
videos where the baby's like teeth and it's just like.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh.
They're so cute. There was this video I used to have on my phone.
That's supposed to be painful as hell.
Yeah, I date it. I think it just works differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel after what I said?
About what?
The-
Babies.
yeah.
Lingerie and the yeah.
Like with teeth?
Yeah. No, baby. Like
Okay.
the whole like breastfeeding thing.
I don't know. I think it is something that I don't know. I'd probably just have to wait and see how it kind of
Experience.
feels.
Yeah.
Like. But then I remember saying it to my mom, and she was like, "You'd be doing your child a disservice if you don't breast milk them." But now people have got breast pumps. You can just
Yeah,
pump
yeah.
out the breast milk and put it in a
Exactly.
bottle.
It's,
You can.
there's-
You can keep your
And the
nipples
cost of
safe.
living crisis? Like,
You're like, no.
bro.
No.
Did anyone see this woman on TikTok that's been making like 10 gallons of milk a day?
Yeah, and she's not pregnant. She just has like her hormones are
Did you
just
see all the
crazy.
food
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
she's eating? Like, yo, I was like,
Wild.
she's
She doesn't have a
Wow.
baby.
But you know, like with breastfeeding, you burn 500 calories, an extra 500 calories
breastfeed.
a day.
That's why you lose weight when you breastfeed and your womb contracts, so you get like skinnier.
snatched.
That's why I want twins so I can have two like this.
Yeah.
So you're burning
What
1,000 calories a day.
That's how my mom was. She was like this.
With the two of them.
Yeah. But one thing about my mom, she
God.
was huge.
Yeah.
She was huge. And one time she cut her hair.
Oh, stop it.
And then one day, right, I came home. I love my mom, but I came home, right? She was mad pregnant. Like, she was like, probably like 2 weeks left, she was delivering. So her belly was huge, and she was wearing all black. She got, like, and I was 10 at the time, so I was like, what's going on? And then she looked like that.
I'm trying to think if anyone I know had twins. I had twins in my family, but it was like my great grandmother, her kids were twins.
Okay.
But like that was it. No one else has had twins since then.
Babe, the story time.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm so excited about this story time because I saw it on TikTok. I've recently become a TikToker, guys. It's really weird.
I love TikTok.
I love it. It's like my search engine now.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
I
go
love
find
TikTok.
it. Right. Okay, so this is the short form of it because it was a real ass long story. But so basically, this couple had a boundary against exes in their relationship. But my fiance's ex, who had cancer, wanted to meet him one last time. So he didn't know that she had cancer when they broke up. So he was head over heels in love with her. And one day she comes home and's like, I'm done. We're broken up. I don't love you anymore. He moves on, gets into a new relationship. While he's with this girl, they have these boundaries against exes. So he gets a phone call one day and he's like, it's from his ex being like, can I see you, please? And she was kind of like, okay, no. But then his sister got onto her and was like, you need to go see her. And he finds out his ex had cancer. So the girlfriend agrees on the condition that she had to be there when they meet. During the meeting, she saw their lingering affection and heard him express regrets about their past. Now she feels like she's a third wheel and questions his loyalty. And the thing is, like, these people are not even in a relationship, they're engaged. So this is her now fiance finding his ex has cancer and he's now regretting leaving her and she feels guilty about
She's
it.
the rebound.
Now she's asked for a break from their wedding plans and she's struggling with her feelings and he's been reaching out, but she's afraid of triggering his past thoughts of hurting himself. And now she feels guilty and she's unsure about what to do. So his ex has actually passed away.
Oh, wow.
And when she passed away, she sent him this box of all their photos.
So it sounds like they were on the road to marriage, right?
Yeah.
And then she ended
She
things.
just ended it because she wanted to protect him. So the girl is, the new one is kind
It's
of
like the Notebook.
Yeah. So I wouldn't get,
Yeah,
she'd be
she's
doing herself a disservice because that's going to be on the back of her mind and she'll just grow insecure in the relationship.
So, but the girl's dead now. So
That's what I thought. That's what I was like. She ain't here no more.
she's
so,
not here anymore.
yeah.
So she should do herself, like, she shouldn't have pulled back. That's her husband. That's her to-be husband. She should have involved herself and been there. Like, she been present. Because although this is hard, there's a lot of feelings going on. I feel like as a partner, you have to be there in
Like,
these kind of
help them
things.
get through
'Cause
it.
yeah, like,
Okay.
obviously her stepping back, who's
I love that reaction.
the woman with the cancer, she won. Even though she's dead, she's winning right now. Like, she winning. Like, what she wanted to
But-
do, she done.
I think they were always like the woman who had the cancer and the man. They were in love. Like they didn't break up because they weren't in love.
That's it.
So they just broke up because she was trying to protect him. So he never actually got over her. He just moved on. So I think
Heartbroken.
yeah. But now, like at the time, I think she
Even
was
if
right.
you were over them, you probably would be shattered finding out the truth. Because even if you were like, oh yeah, I moved on with this babe, completely forget about your ex, and all of a sudden you find out the reason why she dumped you was because she had cancer, you're going to feel crap.
But that's even like, yeah, let's God forbid. God
You're
forever
going
bid
to
that
feel
you're in
crap.
this situation, right?
Yeah.
If you had a partner that you felt like you're gonna marry, would you break up with him? If you had, because I know like the whole cancer process is a lot and emotionally draining.
For
but I
better,
don't
for
think-
worse. What kind of
I
right to
know.
die with you if
The
you
one
ain't
that's-
gonna be here when I die?
Thank
Yeah.
you, and that's why I feel like the woman who has cancer, it's her fault. Like, why did she leave? That's your partner. Why would you
Yeah.
not tell him and stuff like that? Do you get me?
Because you're dealing with like a
Cancer.
Yeah, you're like you probably wanted like I think she might be pushing him away because she doesn't want him to be there because she knows that he probably will be.
To see her like that.
Yeah.
You know that movie with that actor. She had an Italian husband. That one.
Oh,
I think he got to live that bit longer because she was there.
Yeah.
but they were in love.
They were in love as well. So was those two.
Yeah.
He got to stay alive that bit longer because of their love and obviously all the things that she's done for him as well.
I think the woman who wrote in, she I think she did the right thing, letting him just go with his feelings, and I think he has a long time to sort of like repair because he was in love with someone. They broke up with him. He didn't know why. He didn't really understand. Then he realizes the reason why she broke up with him was because she's dying, and then she died when he came back into her life. He has a lot of
baggage.
Yes, a lot of things he has to deal
They
with.
should take time apart. Like, it's actually a good thing that she took a break from the wedding planning because I feel like they both need time. Like, he has to process what he's gone through. Like, it's a big loss to go through, especially if you spend a couple of years with someone in love with them. And then the girl as well is obviously going through the most. So whether they get back together, that'd be great if they did. But, like, if not, I just think they need to spend time apart. Like, time and distance is
Am I
good.
being a meanie to be like, you know, the girl who was dying, she was asking for too much? Am I a bit of a meanie
No,
for
she was
saying
doing
that?
the most. She was doing the absolute
Because
most.
no, I understand. I
Like, 'cause
understand
why
you're
would you have
dying
cancer,
because you made
not
the
leave him?
decision.
Yeah,
you made
like-
the
Oh,
decision.
girls,
no,
girls,
no, no, no.
girls.
I'm just
I'm really sorry she's gone through that. Like, I'm very, like, what's that word?
I'm a bit.
You two think with your heads. Is that what I'm thinking? Yes.
No,
Do
but
what
she's-
your heads.
You're the lover girl out of us.
No, but
you know?
she made
You're
a
the lover
mistake.
girl.
No,
No,
she made a
it's-
mistake leaving him because
I
she had
think
cancer.
because my point is that she's selfish.
Yeah.
She's selfish. Full point blank. Period.
But if
She's
you have
selfish.
cancer, can you not be selfish?
No.
Is that not like
No,
sort of
because
it's okay?
it affects so much more than you. Like you decided to break his heart.
Okay, but you find out that
No.
you're dying, right? Like you're terminally ill. You need to accept that. Like it's a different way of accepting death. Like we all die in this world. Do you know what I mean? But accepting that you're not in control anymore is so hard.
No, I agree that like it's a hard situation.
I get
but
it.
I sit here and I think and I'm like, if she had kept quiet and had not said anything, had not reached out, he may not have even ever known that she's passed. He might have found out years to come. He might have been happy married, would have never known that was the reason why. If you say you loved this man so much, why take him through all that pain?
But I can.
She hurt him twice.
But see, I'm the type
She's
of
about to
person-
leave.
Have you when you are in a lot of pain? Have you ever just excommunicated yourself, like alienated
Yeah.
yourself from everyone? Do you know what I mean? And I feel like her emotions got the better of her, and she sort of stuck with it. And she didn't just when she told him that she wanted to be done, she left him alone.
You think she was
And
thinking
then
with her
when
head
she-
or
What?
Do you think she was thinking with her head or her heart?
I think she was thinking.
broke up head.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think a bit of heart, head and heart.
She was thinking with her head, then she switched to her heart halfway through the process.
But I think no. But she wanted to. I think she wanted to make
Honestly,
amends.
I
I think
think she
have
didn't want to
closure.
die alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's closure. I think she didn't want to die alone.
that's no. I don't.
I think
can't.
if she
No one
didn't-
wants to die alone.
No one
I
wants
don't
to.
die alone.
No one
Yeah.
wants to die alone. But I genuinely think that because her head in the beginning was like, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want him to see me through all of this. And it's like, you're now weeks away from dying. He's missed all these months. And now you're like, actually, rewind. I changed my mind.
Yeah, but the thing is, but does she not have a right to feel that way? Like she's like, I
I
think.
think the right left when she didn't tell him the full truth.
The first
But
place.
do you
You
not understand?
didn't tell him the truth. Like you took away his decision of staying. You never
but-
told him.
because but it's not. He's not going through the cancer. Do you get me? Like she's going through her. Like she's trying to go through her own head and how she's going to deal with something, and she didn't have the probably capacity to let him come along for the ride. Do you know what I mean? So even though it was a selfish act, it was what she needed to do at the time. Do you get me?
What you're saying is perfect. That first
I
part.
agree.
But then she shouldn't have went back to him.
But see,
But
I'm
how
saying,
can you-
my
Tell
point is
him
like
he was going. She should have just
the main
followed through with the-
key points from everything you've said. All I've heard is she. When did she ever stop and think him?
He.
But she thought of him when she let him go.
But if you were
But it wasn't for his reason. It was more so for hers. Because if that was the case, if that was the same reason, so that he didn't have to be here when she had cancer, why call him back? That reason no longer applied later on. Because by the time he saw her, she was probably at her worst.
But that's the whole point of emotions now. Like your emotions, her emotions got the better of her.
This whole situation reminds me of when Mac Miller died and Ariana Grande was engaged to Pete Davidson. And then remember they broke off the engagement because she was back into her feelings with him and went to grieve with his family. And it just ended that whole thing. But I don't know, I feel like the heart just never lies. In that situation your heart's gonna lead whatever decision you're gonna make. It's just true.
I think she did it. I think she did it I think she had good intentions.
Yeah.
I don't think it was to hurt him.
I know. I don't think it's to hurt him. I don't think she had any ill intentions there. I just think it was selfish.
But I think you have a right. Like you're gonna figure out.
Yeah, like,
you have a right
I
to
give
be
her the
selfish.
pass. Like I give her the pass. I'm just saying, like from another point of
Like,
view, I just don't think it was very fair on him. Like
No,
his
it wasn't.
His whole world got crumbled, and he had
Twice.
no parts.
Double homicide.
No, I feel so bad for him.
It's not
double
fair
homicide.
on him.
At all, because it's like now his current girlfriend now needs to take a step back from the wedding, but like he's absolutely
So he's lost two
shattered.
women in his
Two
life now.
women.
Fair. No,
Like,
I do
double
get that.
homicide.
He's the
Yeah,
victim.
it's
I feel
quadruple
so
homicide
sorry
now.
for him.
I do feel sorry for him, but I can't. I feel sorry for him, and I feel like it shouldn't happen, but I can't blame her.
Yeah.
Does
You
that
know
make
what? I
sense?
feel sorry for all of them.
Yeah.
That's just a messed up situation.
I have a scenario question for you guys. My 14-year-old sister, by the way, my
Ooh.
14-year-old sister brought a frontal. She's 14.
She bought how?
Bro,
She
works for
works-
my dad.
she
Yeah,
works in her-
works for my dad.
Oh my god!
She
I
brought
love
a
that.
frontal, and I was like, "How are you gonna lay?" She goes, "I can pay my friend Aisha does hair. I can pay Aisha. It's only €80 to like."
Only.
You're 14.
Oh
14.
my god!
You know what I was doing? I was wearing my braids
and
were like
drop.
4 months old.
Bro,
Like,
you still had
I
lace
had
wig.
like
I had
like
pick
the-
and drop.
Yeah, or the hairstyle for kids, you know, when you had like the cornrow and like
Yeah.
split
Yeah.
down.
The
That's what
heart.
I had literally when I was 14. Like I
you
was
imagine?
so
Braids.
I looked like a boy when I was 14.
I was not. Guys, let me show you how I looked like when I was 14.
I'll show you a picture
Oh
too.
my
I definitely ain't got no
Gosh.
photo of me at 14.
production! Please get the reactions, yeah, because right, Katia.
Oh my god! We're literally twins.
Here's how I looked like when I was 14.
Oh, Jenny! You look so cute.
No,
You could probably pass like an
When we be
8-year-old.
sisters.
No, you actually
You're so
we actually look alike. Maybe we were sisters in another life or something.
Oh my
I
god,
was
guys, you're
so
cute.
ugly.
I
Oh my
definitely don't
God.
have a
I
photo
was
of me
not-
at 14.
This is why I'm afraid to kind of add weight. But yeah, back to the scenario question.
Stop it.
Sorry. So basically, this husband, he wasn't really making much. So the woman was bringing home 20K a month, right? She was earning 20K a month.
Euros.
A month.
Euros. It's a scenario, guys.
Okay.
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 So yeah, Cam. And so obviously he now gets his money up. He's earning 17K a month. He wants her now to leave her job of 20K a month,
That's just
so she can be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah, if he wants to pay me the 3K difference into my pocket every month, cool.
no. Why do that when you can be 20K richer?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. He like is trying to lose himself.
That's
Like,
an
you have to
ego
be
thing.
That's an
smart.
ego.
Forget ego. Like you have to build each other up. Like I feel like now a lot of modern relationships are like you're both working, you're both building each other up, whether it's 50-50 or 60-40. That's the way it's kind of going now. Like imagine why, because your ego be like, I'm earning 17K, remove the 20K from our lifestyle and just stay at home. Like you could live so much better.
Yeah.
true.
Extra money.
Yeah.
I think we.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think the same. Like, I don't think. Yeah, it's just stupid. Like,
Yeah, it is.
It is stupid.
37K. Do you know how much you can do with 37K a month?
Yeah.
You could buy
37K
4
a
gaffs.
month.
So like
Every
make-
month you'd have a new house.
you could, you could like, I think they obviously need to sit down and have a conversation and be like, okay, what's our next 5 years gonna look like? Maybe let's work for 5 years, save all this money. Do you know what I mean? You put all your 20K in the bank. 20K, I can't even do the maths because my head's starting to spaz out with the amount of money. But like, yeah, like just, and then if you want us work, make that decision together. Do you get me?
100%.
Shit.
I said he has to, the 20K that I'm not earning anymore, he better start earning it before I start working from home. Before I start paying him from home. He has to earn 37K.
Even no, I agree with the girls. They're just 37K is a lot
If he was
better than
making
17.
37, yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
a
making
it's a
37.
Yeah, okay, we can talk.
it's a drastic
Yeah.
difference. Yeah.
But like if you're making 17K, you want me to stay at home. I'm sorry, babe.
I don't even think I could ever be a just stay at home. Like even if I was at home, I still have to be doing something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like charity work or like a little business.
Something on the
like,
side.
I-
Influencer.
I want to be
Or
those
TV
moms.
You could still be an
100%.
influencer
You
and like be
could.
a stay-at-home mom. Like there's a
100%.
couple of people I follow on social media and they're like mom of 2, but they're still doing like the odd brand deal, going to the like a little event when their kids are like in play school or something. I'm like, I love that. For you.
I really want to be like, you know, the way American TV shows like show the moms out there being like the soccer mom, taking the
Yeah.
kids' hair. I really want to be that mom.
Yeah.
The main reason why I want to be like a stay-at-home mom is because I come back from work and I'm not trying to do jack shit for nobody. Even when my dad is like, I'm hungry or something, I'm just like, but I came home the same time you came home. Like I'm actually so tired.
You've also worked a
I've
full
also worked as well. Like we saw each other enter the door. Like you get me. So that's why like I feel like because of less attitude, less anger and aggro in regards to doing something for my man. I just feel like
I think
not
it's because
working.
you're just what did my grandmother call you? The broken hand. I can't remember what it's called in your Yoruba, but it's like translated to the broken hand. Because Demi doesn't ever want to do jack shit. Like my grandmother wanted to go to Tesco and she was like, "Oh, let's just get the bus." Demi was like, "We have to walk. We have to get a bus."
I just feel like I just
She's like, "Taxi, please."
I wanna
She
work.
wants to live like the real housewives of Atlanta. That is her life.
but I'm good though.
Those girls
I
are
ain't
good.
Rasta.
What Kenya's on her bag? Don't play
Yeah, I
with
can be-
Kenya.
I
And she's
got-
a good mom too.
Like I'm not gonna totally like sit back and let my husband do. Like I'm gonna be doing stuff. Being a stay-at-home wife.
They're
at the
all
same time-
business women. Funny
you know
enough,
what?
they're all stay at home, but they're all business women.
Yeah,
so
I
true.
don't want to not work. Do you get me? But I just don't want to work a 9 to 5. Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah.
I get that.
Because do you know how much time I had a day off on Thursday, right? Do you know there's actually people living their lives when I'm stuck in the office? Do you know what I mean? Waiting for lunchtime to like have a bit of banter. Do you get me? Like I just can't do that. Like I want to work, but I want to be able to have my own sort of independence while
Control
working.
over your hours and
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
This is 9 to 5. It's not even 9 to 5 anymore. It's 8 to 5.
And I
You
feel
don't
like
get
if
paid.
you didn't work at all, like let's say you're in a hetero couple or whatever, your man might not like respect you as much.
Yeah.
And like imagine having to ask your man for money.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with
I've
asking
heard
men for
guys
money.
say the reason why they don't like the housewives is that they feel like when they come home, their wives are like they're not associated with people outside. They have nothing to talk about but the kids.
Can I
Yeah.
tell
They-
you something?
yeah.
though? Like people think a stay-at-home wife is someone that just stays at home and just.
They
it's
work
just,
their asses
it's just
off.
like a coochie machine. You get me? She just stays at home with her husband and whatever. But no, when you're a
No,
stay-at-home
but the
wife,
ones with
you have
kids.
to. No, you have not even without kids. Like when I feel like I work from home. I mean, I don't work. I'm just chilling. Like my husband will probably have many businesses because I'm able to work from home. I have to kind of help manage that, and I also be like that person that's in.
But
the
that's
community
if
helping.
your husband's in business. If your husband's in corporate and you're just like a work from home, chances are you're not going to be helping him with the business life. You're just going to be actually taking care of the home. You're doing laundry. You're washing the floors. You're cooking the food. You've got to pick up the kids. You're taking this one to soccer. You're taking
That-
this one to
and
swimming.
that too.
But that's the. But see,
top
the
of
thing
that.
is, but the problem they have with women like that is that you don't have anything else but laundry talk, kids talk. I dropped him at soccer. You tend to not have a life outside of the house.
Like socializing.
Yeah, so when
like-
he's coming home and he's asking you how your day is, it's the exact same every day.
I actually hear that, but that's why like I'll be like a stay-at-home wife, but I'll have my own things going on. Just be part-time. Just be balanced.
Yeah.
I'll be a unique type of housewife.
Yeah.
I feel like let's say all of us here, we wouldn't just our husband won't ask us how was your day, and it would just be like, oh, the laundry. I watched the blue laundry today. No, it would be like, oh, I.
I'll be telling you what was on TV or
you get me?
what show I watched. But like, did you hear this?
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Someone asked me a really weird question today, and it's along the whole Chloe and Tristan Thompson thing. So let's say you and your partner have a kid and you separate. Now, both of you are single. You don't want to get back together, but would you have another kid together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would.
Just so that they're from the same
I
job.
just rebuke that scenario.
Easier.
I rebuke it.
I'm gonna need you to donate the sample. We're not doing the actions
Oh
again.
yeah, that's a good idea. That's a better idea.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need you to donate
I
the
think
sample.
that's what Chloe did with her
She did,
second.
yeah.
one.
Surrogate, yeah.
Because when he asked me, he was like, just think of it. He was like, would you go? And I was like, there's donors for this kind of stuff. I was like, you don't actually have to go to your ex. And I was like, I get the concept of wanting your kids to have the same dad. But I was like, the action ain't gotta be involved. Like busting a cup. I was like, the emotions and the feelings
busting
and
a cup is
everything.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But IVF is expensive.
He's gonna pay for it.
Yeah, IVF is expensive. Like you could get like a turkey baster if you wanted. That would really work.
I
but
wonder if that's actually true.
What? A
100%.
turkey? What?
Turkey baster.
Because you do know,
It's like what you put.
you know what, when you're cooking turkey and you've got that thing that you squeeze that sucks all the juice out and then you put it back in the turkey to keep all the juices in.
See, I wouldn't be making a full turkey like that. So you squeeze the inside of the.
Yeah.
People do that for their
For a baby.
Suck,
Because
and then
you see the
put it
thing
in.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a turkey baster.
oh, like a dropper.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Okay.
an
I just
enlarged
showed you
dropper
Amazon.
for.
That could probably work.
No, that does work.
Apparently the seeds like don't last that long outside body temperature.
You'd have to do it right away.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want it, like, because IVF is expensive, guys. It's like,
He's gonna pay.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? But
It's
turkey
still,
based
like-
is like, what? How much was that on Amazon?
You're so creative. I love that.
Did you
758.
get me?
Oh, look
Well,
at
IVF
this.
is like-
398.
Like 30K.
30 grand.
Yeah.
30 grand,
freeze your eggs,
750.
it's so
There's
expensive.
little, every little helps.
I was just about to say that. My best friend is a gynecologist and an obstetrician. I hope I said that right. I hope I made
Oh
you
my god, what a
proud.
cool job to have.
Oh, girl, she brings babies to the world for a living. But she was saying, like, now that she's in her role, she's kind of like, oh my God, do I need to freeze my eggs? Because she's seen so many women in their 30s who are having complications and things like that. So she's like, I'm 27 now. Should I freeze my 27-year-old eggs that, like, by the time I'm ready to have
Better
kids,
off.
I have healthy eggs? But then, as you said, like, IVF, the cost of freezing
And
your
you have
eggs
to
a
pay
month,
to keep them frozen every year.
Like rent.
every year.
Yeah.
You're paying rent to keep them there. And then even when they defrost, they may not survive.
May not even
Maybe
work.
everyone just have babies now.
That's what I was saying. That's why I don't have the app.
No.
happen.
Still trying to justify your lack of having this app.
I'm free balling. Like I want like this life thing. I'm
Freeball.
free balling it. I'm like YOLO in it. I'm like
I feel like no
freestyling this
matter
life
what,
thing.
women just, they know how to make it work.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
promoting you to just get out there and just get pregnant with anyone, but I think when we do have situations and let's say we come into pregnancy before it was planned, but let's be real, most first pregnancies are never really planned.
True.
But
I was in the
um,
wedding pictures like.
yeah, literally. But like, I do feel like we can make it work. Even a couple, like whether you're with someone, you're strong, you can make it work.
100%.
Yeah.
But if you want to be, like, I would say just don't put off motherhood. Do you know what I mean? If it's
Yeah.
what you want, don't put it off. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because there's so much people that, like, put it off for so long and then it doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? Not promoting.
That's exactly-
not,
That's
but
why I
not
don't have
promoting
that
teenage
saying.
pregnancy or anything because
know.
there is times and it's like just make sure that you're in a position to
Make sure you can
be
afford them.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But don't put it off.
Like, I just even chatting to my mom, like, about when she was having kids. I know our parents will be like, oh, where's our grandchild, whatever. But when they were having kids, it was different. Like, back in Burundi, like, you had nannies that were so cheap. They were able to come home from work for 2 hours for, like, a
Yeah.
siesta because it was so warm. Like, all that stuff. They're really nice lifestyle balance.
Yeah.
Whereas here, yes, it's amazing living in Europe and all that stuff, but still, everything is money. Everything is so
Like,
expensive.
Creche, you have to pretty much enroll them in creche the minute they come out the coochie.
Yeah,
Because there's no space.
to get their
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anywho.
Look, I'm not able for it right now. No, scares me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind.
you'll be ready. When the time is
right.
right, you'll be ready.
Yeah.
Because I love kids.
Oh,
So just
I
remember
love me
that.
some babies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like even when I see one, my
love them
whole
when they're
face
small.
lights
I
up.
wanna
Like
eat
And
them.
the
I literally
smell.
no, not all the kids smell nice now.
No, when they're babies. What do you
babies
mean? The
do.
Okay, yeah,
babies.
yeah, yeah.
There's just something about them that you're like, oh my God. No.
I literally want to.
Oh God. Do you say two?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's enough, Demi. That's enough talk.
That's why I don't have the app.
That's
Stop
that's it.
promoting the lack of having this
Yeah.
app, Demi.
That
I'm not gonna
that was
download
great.
it. I'm okay.
But,
how, are
um,
you? How did you find this girl?
Scott, I just feel like we were part of a big chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Get the gist.
It's
Just
a
the-
gist.
Yeah.
It's gisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
We've used up a
You
lot of
got
time
this
now.
has been a great. It's been a great.
I like this
episode.
episode. I'm not
I
gonna
really
lie.
loved
it. You're
I
great.
think we need to have
You're
more
great.
females on.
Honestly.
Do I participate in the convo?
Yeah.
100%.
You're 10 out of 10.
We
You
love
brought-
it.
I
We love
love
it.
it. Honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, it was one of my top. It's like
I'm not
my
gonna lie, I
top-
really
top
enjoyed
And
it.
he
five.
doesn't just like any episode. He does.
I don't.
Well, thanks
I'm
so
honest-
much for having me on.
No, girl. Thank you for
No,
coming.
it's
on.
Thank
been
you.
great.
We have you again.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
We should do like a massive thing with like tons of girls. If
Yeah.
if,
Yeah,
if,
like
if
a
David
panel.
can accommodate us.
Maybe our live
Girls
show.
club.
Maybe our live show will just be girls
my
only.
God.
On
And
the
then
couch, on the
panels.
stage.
Yeah, girls
Oh
only
God,
events.
guys,
No
stop
men.
telling.
No, don't say
stop.
girls only events because the men need to learn from the women.
And
They
they
gotta
need to go
come.
with
They
the
can watch it.
girls.
We'll stream it.
They'll be buying the tickets for the girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, defo.
Okay.
And it's
But don't
given.
share the secret. Just keep it.
Yeah. Let's take
But
off
obviously, if
camera.
someone copies it,
I'm basically like the. I'm basically
He's like,
managing.
if someone copies it, then they know where they got the idea from.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
We're still gonna do our shit. We're just gonna do it better.
For sure. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Go on, Tammy. So, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Catch us next week again for your weekly subscription to the Gist. Bye.
Bye.
That was so good.
I love.